Hi guys, John here without Jack. Welcome back to another sensational day out here at the island. Oh my god! Today, we're going to be getting into a few different things. We've got to get one of our water filters organised. Got some new shelving to put up. So let's get into it. Like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff down below. All right, so here we are at the workshop, and just going to have a look in our utilities room here. This is our water filtering. As I've said previously, we are going to build this into a wet room. It's just recently been moved up here. And this is a filter here. It's a coal filter. We're going to take the top off, chuck all the old coal out of it, and put some new sand in the bottom, and then refill it with coal and connect it up to the system. This gets rid of all the things like heavy metals, your PFAS, and that kind of crap that you don't want in there. I think it's an integral part of, just having good water here at the property, which we get from our well. So as you can hear, the system is doing a bit of a backwash and a bit of a clean at the moment. It does that once a day. Takes about, we've set it for about 40 minutes worth of different sort of programs. So I was actually going to chance that we had a little bit of sand around the property here, because since the ice ages, there was a lot of sand deposited, and you'll find pockets of it out here in the forest, even sort of on our block of land. But I'm just not having any luck. So I'm going to jump in the boat. We're going to go over to, it's like another part of the mainland. It's actually an island, I think it is. And there's a stack of sand there. So we're going to go there, take something to sift through it and get the size that we really want to pop in the bottom of the filter. Look at this, one of our little friends. Hey buddy, how's it going? This is what we call copper snake. It's not actually a snake. It's actually a lizard. And these things are pretty prevalent. You see them all over the place. This one's looking pretty healthy, actually. Nice sign of summer. Hey, buddy. Well, good afternoon. Found a stunning spot just along the shoreline here. So as you can see here, there's a whole lot of rocks and stuff which are strewn out like this. It's just after the ice age, the larger rocks got left behind like this. It's also going to be an area of sand which we're heading to, and absolutely beautiful forest. What a stunning day. Pretty good animal trail up here. Probably looking at like wild pigs and deers and stuff. Come up to the crest here, and there's like this oak tree here. It's really young, and the top of it's like really flat. That looks really cool. And this is where we want it to be. There's our sand. Pretty happy with this. There's a bit of junk at the top here. Don't want to get that in there, so just dug like down a little bit. And like looking at the bottom here, we're going to go for something which is like between 1 and 3 mils. So these bigger ones, we just want to get rid of that. And I'm always sort of like thinking that we'll put it in the net here and shake it out, and whatever's left is what we'd have, which was going to work, but also leaves like the really big rocks. I don't want that many of that, so might try and have a look at what actually goes through the sieve. That's sort of like about the millimetre on that. That's perfect. So we can get like a good bunch of that together. We'll have our sand. And we need about a couple of litres of this stuff, of this sand in this size. So it's going to take a little while. But that's looking really, really good. Done. I think pretty happy with that. Looks like we got like a couple of litres of good sand, about 1 to 3 mil. Yeah, something around that should be good for the filter. All right, making our way back. electric motor doing the treaty down. That was a trip of about 1.3 times 2, so 2.6 Ks. Used about 20% battery, so that had given effective range with 2 people in the boat, around about 13 kilometers for the battery that we put in there. So I mean, as you can see, it's just absolutely plenty for our needs out here, just zooping over the lake backwards and forwards around the local area. All right, so just gonna give this sand a bit of a wash out. My idea here is just to let the water flow down through it and let the scrappy stuff flow out over the top. Slowly getting cleaner. So what we're left with now is a whole bunch of nice clean sand. I'm actually just going to throw it into boiling water and just give it a bit of a boil before we throw it down in the bottom of the filter. It's not really going to make all that much difference, but just in case there's any little germies in there. And once we've done that, get it into the filter. All right, so I just ran this through the well water a couple of times, and as you can see, it's nice and clean. So it's good enough to go in the down in the filter now. As said, I'm going to give it a quick boil. That's all courtesy of the sun today, which is pumping the electrons down onto our panels. So I'm going to do that, and then we're straight up to the filter. Empty that out. Get ready to fill it up. Like a scuba diver tank. Having a look at this, there is a bit of junk in there as well, so gonna have to give that a bit of a wash out, a bit of a clean. So that's been rinsed out enough. Just have to get the coal out of it so we can put this part back in. But as said, I'm just gonna have a bit of a look and see what's going on down here. It's not clogged. Now the idea is to get this down into the hole here, and then we're going to fill the sand around it. So when that drops down there, the problem is that you got to fill this up with sand, so you don't want anything to go down the center of this part, otherwise it's going to block it. So we're just going to chuck some trickle tape over the top of that to stop that happening. Got to be the best invention, apart from Gorilla Tape. So we'll stick that down there. Going to grab our sand and see what we can do here. Going to be a half messy even. I think, yeah, no, it's going all right. Probably a bit easier if the sand would have been dry, but not the case today. Now this is about enough just to cover that bottom part. And I mean, it's enough just to wing it really. This just isn't rocket science. Honestly, people have been doing this for thousands of years, just using sand and coal. Again, basic principles, keep it easy, keep it simple. All right, I'm just gonna rinse that off and then whip the coal in. Oh, when you don't have a knife, anything becomes a knife. When your screwdriver's a knife. Fill this up to about 70% of the actual tube itself. Plenty. I don't want to overfill it. You need to have a little bit of water. Move it around in there. Down it goes. About 300 ml from the top. Oh, so we're about half full. So pretty much all of this is going to... Good one. Nice spill. There we go. Having a struggle. Ah, mosquito. We've used 5 kilos of active coal for this. It's time to fill it up with water and we'll just let it soak for 24 hours. And once we've done that, we should be right to connect it up. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the technical part with the water filter. We'll see you guys next time. Please like, subscribe, and share this around to all your friends. We'll see you soon.